following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Anthony Dorsett, Damontre Moore, and Newy Scruggs.
I heard Alabama started up the alumni.
All right, Players Lounge. We on? We good? We good? We rolling?
We there. We're there.
Got Anthony Dorsett right here.
That's the guy.
Got Trey Moore. I'm Newy Scruggs. Barry Church is unavailable. On assignment.
Just a little bit too busy today.
Get him.
Just a little bit too busy today.
Hey, man.
Cowboys training camp is going on here at Oxnard, California. We are here at the Cowboys headquarters in Frisco, Texas. I'm going to go out there tomorrow and
Exclusive.
Hold it down.
Must be nice.
Yes,
man.
yes.
You taking the PJ?
No. I'm taking the official sponsored airline of the Cowboys.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm flying to Santa Barbara.
Yeah, brand endorsement. I like that. Go ahead. Talk about it.
I go with the company plane. But pads were popping yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Pads were popping. And I hate that I wasn't there when I think about it now, but I was at family reunion. But
First day
Rob
of
Jones,
pads, right?
First day of pads. Rob Jones, guard Rob Jones, is going to miss the next 2 to 3 months with a broken bones in his neck. And Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer said it happened on a kickback block. So he did say earlier in the week, last week, we're going to be a physical football team. It's going to be physical out here. And he made no apologies at his press conference today. This is football. It's what it is. He said Rob was having a good camp. And there were some times he was taking the first team reps ahead of Tyler Booker. Clearly, that's not going to be the case. Now, he was even working with Booker on techniques, and so he's trying to be a good teammate. So Trey, as a former defensive lineman and with the Cowboys, when you see something like this happen day one, what goes through your mind as a player?
Everybody go down every day, B. That's what Cameron said. But when you see this, not to make too many jokes about it, it's football. My heart goes out to him, and that's a major injury, especially a neck injury. Normally you hear about soft tissue stuff, but as far as in those trenches, when you hear about an injury like this, like you can't help but think about just technique and the way that looks and how everything goes from there. Like, to have a major injury in your neck like that, it's tough. But it also lets you know that he's a man of his word. He said, "You coming in, you're bumping. We about to be hitting and we're about to be thumping." And so to go out there, you just wonder, like, hey, was this a technique error or was it that? But regardless, this is putting more pressure on Booker. So now I want to see what he's going to do. Like sometimes, like back in the day, they used to throw you in the pool and say, you got to go swim. Like, guess what, Booker, you about to swim right now. So I want to see if he's going to swim a float.
They did a little bit of that, and he was having a couple struggles, a lot coming at him, and that's when Rob Jones came in there and played a little bit. But now Tyler Booker's right back out there.
But it's different, though, when you don't have a safety net behind you. When you got a safety net behind you and stuff like that, or, you got a vet that, like, that veteranship, no matter if he's a starter or whoever he is, that's helping you make that transition. To not have him out there, you're going to have some eyes now that he's going to be sitting back there coaching, but to not learn from him, get those reps and see him behind them, it's going to be speak volumes to his game. And now he's going to have to go on the trial and error. He's going to have to sit there and talk to the other offensive linemen. Can y'all help me along while still trying to learn this system? So
yeah, I think that just like Montre's saying, like, no plan B now. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to get out there. He's going to have to earn those stripes. And hopefully with the reps that he was taking and trying to learn from Rob before he got hurt, it paid some dividends for him. But, it's that time of year. What year is this for him now? This is what, second, third year for Tyler?
No. This is Tyler's first ever.
He's a rookie.
So. Oh yeah. So right now, he
got a weekend.
Yeah. So
that's why I was like, when you said reps, what'd you say? You got half a practice?
Yeah. So I was actually thinking he was his second year. I was getting confused with somebody else.
It's the other guard that you're thinking about.
Tyler Smith,
former. That's the dog.
Got you. Yeah. So right now, man, he got to get it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sure he's drafted to be in that position.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully with getting put in the fire, going up against those first team D linemen as well, he's going to have to go to, he's going to figure it out real quick.
It is that I seen an interesting quote yesterday. I forgot who it was. It was two offensive linemen. Knew you posted it in the group chat. He said, "Man, going against this D lineman and stuff like that, you praise up your teammates." And
Tyler
stuff
Guyton.
like that. Tyler Guyton. But with him giving, I wonder how much of this is fluff. Is this really you just pumping up your teammates and saying this, or is this really you like, hey, we see Micah Parsons as coming from these guys. Ola is taking over right now. Like, I really want to know how good is this defensive line, and if the defensive line is as good as they're saying they are. Booker's gonna learn early. Like, when he goes against those other guys, he's gonna be like, hey, I think about my tenure here, I had to go against Tyron Smith. You had to go against guys like Travis Frederick, Zach Martin sitting in there. So when we went against these other offensive
Ron
linemen,
Leary was a good player here.
It was.
Right.
Joe. Was it Joe Looney? That was the backup
Looney,
center.
Big Joe.
Big Joe was back there. Like, you had guys of those calibers to where it was like, hey, we still have talent. And when I played other guys, it was like it wasn't as much. And so you wonder, do you have that type of depth right now to make them better?
I mean, he's saying I just read the same thing that you're talking about, and I remember him saying that with the mixture of the guys, and throwing different guys in and out, the scheme is looking like it's going to be a lot of problems for offensive linemen. So, in practice, him getting these reps, going up against that D-line, going up against the random number of guys too as well, he's going to come along pretty fast.
Yeah.
So, no surgery is what I've read initially right now for Rob Jones. That's what I'm reading initially right here. So 2 to 3 months, he's back. As a player who's going through something like that this early in camp, Anthony, what goes through your mind? Because you were trying to make the team. You've got a contract here. You're looking forward to a whole new start, and bam, right out of the gate, first practice, you get a major injury.
Let's just keep it 100. Everybody wants to start in the league. So right now, you're looking at, okay, I'm not going to have a possibility of starting. No telling what other type of goals he had for the season. But that's the main thing is, like, how soon can I get back? How soon can I help, and how soon can I contribute to this team and get back out there with my guys? Now, with the neck injury, fortunately, knock on wood, I've never had one. But those, like Damontre said, the soft tissue injuries are a little bit different. You basically have a, I guess you could say, an easier way to look at when you're going to heal.
Okay.
But with the neck injury or anything like that, neck, back, things like that, there's really no timeline. You're sitting there waiting for everything to go right, and then you don't want to jump out there too soon and re-injure it. Yeah. So, but the main thing, what he's thinking about is getting back and contributing as fast as possible.
Woo.
Boy, that's a tough injury. Like you said, I think an example, my dad always said examples are the best teachers. And so when I think of my example, David Wilson was my teammate when we played in New York, and he had the neck injury. And so seeing him rush back, to piggyback off what you said, he came back. He had the spinal surgery where he fused his vertebrae and came back. Played during the season, wasn't his normal self, still had some of those nerve damage. So if I could say, I just hope that he takes his time to really, truly heal his body up, because as a competitor, you are trying to figure out, you are trying to jump back in there to be starting over a first-round draft pick. It's like, man, I'm going to be the guy, and like to have all that momentum going, like initially that first mindset, because I've been there, being a journeyman, like getting hurt early in camp, and you saying, this is finally my year, I earned the right, and then to be the right on America's team, it's like he's probably sitting over there sad, but now, like you said, this is an opportunity for him to go in there and help coach up that young guy, still show and build value to the team.
Yeah.
So, in the trenches, day one, neck injury.
Yep.
What is the mentality for the rest of the guys? We're about to put pads on here. Oh, day one, we already see somebody got handled.
Don't get got.
Okay. That it?
No, you go over there, everybody have their kumbaya moment and pray, but during training camp, this is wartime, man. You on that opposite side of the ball with that different color shirt, this is opponent. One guy got caught slipping, I'm not getting caught today. I'm going to make sure that I don't get got, because you have these different mindsets. You got young guys coming in there trying to prove themselves, make the team, make America's team. Then you have old guys in there that's, hey, I got a wife, a kid, maybe a baby mama, 2 other surrogate kids over there. I got to go feed these. These are grown men with responsibilities to where they say the next man up. You seen a guy get hurt and you move 10 yards forward and the play keep going? Well, that's what's going to keep going. This snowball is still rolling.
Oh, yeah.
That is one of the coolest things that I'd ever seen when I first started covering football, man. It was Jimmy Johnson, man. It was Jimmy's last year with the Cowboys. And Alfredo Roberts, tight end, Alfredo Roberts. Now, they just won a Super Bowl. We're coming off a Super Bowl. Alfredo played for Jimmy at Miami, okay? So this is your guy. Alfredo's your guy. Alfredo goes down, and it's one of those knee injuries that everybody know it. And everybody feels for him. Alfredo was a light guy. And Jimmy, so they right
Riverside.
right. So
What?
they just go up.
Oh man, turn it around, spin it around.
So they just go up, like 15 yards or so. Then the trainers are out here. Michael Irvin playing with him. Michael looking at him, and then he got to go get in the huddle.
Yeah.
And they just keep going. And Jimmy didn't even look back. They didn't look back.
Nah, man, practice got to keep going. Next man up.
Man,
Hey,
I just
Exactly what it means.
Like Cameron said off what was the movie? He said, "Hey, people die every day, B. You got to keep going."
I felt bad. Then they bring the card out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the year. But I'm like, but my first once again, Jimmy, you had this guy in college and won a Super Bowl like that.
That's when you're gonna get a little bit of sympathy. When you bring out that cart, like players are like, "Oh snap, we got to keep going. We dying. It's the heat going. Hey, we still got to keep going because we over here looking at him. We might mess around and get cut. But then when the cart comes, it's like, oh snap, let's stop real quick. Let's run over there. Hey, we gonna pray for you, brother. Ah man, you cry, but then guess what? Give me those oranges and I'm back on the field. I got
Right
another
back
rep.
into it.
So
Right
you
now.
guys are players. So you guys have seen this since college. So you're used to it. But as a media guy, for me, the first time, I'm like, oh, that's
That's cold as ice, yeah.
That's dirty work right
They don't
there.
love that, boy.
I didn't see it.
Somebody will get to him. What's the next play? I'm like, wow, okay.
I didn't see nothing until college for the first time, and nobody had no injury. We had Mike Sherman as our head coach. And when that first injury happened, it was like, keep moving. And then when we got in the meeting, he used to always say, "Hey man, this is the league. I cut you. This is how we do it. It got to be professional." And that was a rude. I didn't know that was going to be the league for the rest of my career. So when I seen that get into the league, it was like, y'all done have Coach Sherman. You better keep going right now. It's time to work.
Brought a pro mentality to Texas A&M.
He definitely did.
That very interesting. All right, let's switch to money. Jake Ferguson.
Uh-oh. The bag.
Jake Ferguson, tight end, 4-year contract extension, $52 million. $30 million of it is guaranteed. $12 million signing bonus for him. Puts him in the top 7 in terms of paid tight ends.
Here comes the money.
I wasn't that familiar with him until he got the contract. I'm just going I didn't know he was top 7. I'll put it to you like that, or at least top 10. I didn't know he was in that category.
He was not last year.
I was about to say
Last year, he had a down year. He was not that.
Okay.
And some people will say, well, Dak Prescott was hurt, but Cooper Rush, in the times that Cooper Rush had filled in the past, he still had been a part of the offense. And Schottenheimer's talked about how he'll come back. Jake Ferguson has raised his hand and admitted he did not have the year that he needed to have, but he wanted to be with the Cowboys. And so my initial thought process, and I'd asked you guys, was, is he a top 10 player at his position? Because they had another guy in Dalton Schultz who they allowed to leave to go to Houston. Now, in fairness to the organization, they made him an offer. He didn't like it. Yeah. He wanted to get paid like David Njoku. Like, you ain't David Njoku.
You ain't got them type of numbers, my boy.
And just because the Browns out here throwing money around don't mean you got to throw money around.
Right.
The Browns do just something differently.
Get it back, but not you.
I think timing has a lot to do with this stuff, without question. You know what I mean? And we could just look at it from timing from, say, ballers from back in the day to if these dudes had the opportunity to play today, what type of money they would actually be getting, to just where we are today and what the market is setting for people in itself. All right? And I just think that right now, where the market was for him, I think this timing was perfect. Now, does it benefit him at the end of the day? Heck yeah, it benefits him at the end of the day. And would I like for my timing to be perfect too when it's time for it to be perfect? Yes. But, like we talked about before, with that money comes a responsibility too as well. All right, so you just can't get that money and go out there and not play and stay and make sure that you earn every penny of that. All right, and as well, just do everything you're supposed to do. Not only with the catching of the ball, but you're also gonna have to be that dude that's blocking and doing everything that you can do for this team. So, but I really think that as we talked about it, like I said in the beginning, I didn't know he was a top 10, and but
he's
now
not.
he's
not.
But now he's getting
not
paid
yet.
like it.
Let me say yet.
Right.
Not to cut you off. It's not that he's not a top 10, and we all know, especially you being around football, growing up being around there, Newy, you done wrote about a lot of people. The way that the market is now, a lot of people don't get paid off of what you're doing. You get paid off of what they think you're going to do. And in the years past, he's shown that he's reliable, he's dependable, but also, like you said, it's timing. You lose your starting tight end right now. You're trying to keep some talent in-house. You got to run first. Offense heavy mindset coach that the pass is predicated off of the run. You're going to get that play action style tight end going in there. Think about his time at Seattle, with you having guys like Jimmy Graham, Noah Fant, those guys like that. It's like it's a demand right now, and that demand was him, and he did whatever he needed to do to show that he's dependable. But what I am going to say is that we all know with the Cowboys organization, Jerry is stingy. He ain't just throwing money out here. Like you said, this ain't the Browns. So if he's throwing money at you, you didn't did enough you didn't did enough for somebody in the building to like you and show you enough to where it's that. And then for them to throw this type of bread out there to them, you're definitely getting paid off of potential, and you're showing them that. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I think he's going to live up to it. If there's any time for him to be the playmaker, it's going to be with this run first coach. So we'll see.
Right now, definitely.
Pressure.
And I think that right now, too, as well, with us not having a solid, I guess you could say, run game and not knowing who is going to be that main guy, you're going to have somebody like a tight end like this who's going to
solidify your pieces right now. What you got, try to keep what's in house, and the market being what it is. They said, hey, we feel comfortable enough to throw you that type of bread. And so the question I have is not, is he a top 10? The question I really have is, like, we paid him. Why haven't we paid the guy that deserves it right now? Do we got enough money left for him? That would be the big question I would have.
See, and here's why I don't have that question. Because we know he's going to get paid.
Yes.
And every year, pretty much, Jerry will do one of these deals.
Right before he give out that big bag.
You're waiting on CeeDee Lamb and they sign somebody else. Hey, that's what he does. It's what he does. So in some ways, and Steven did a very good job saying it takes two. So Jake Ferguson said, I want to be here.
Yeah.
So if you want to be there, then maybe you don't take every last dollar, but you say, hey, what fits for me? I remember when Trayvon Diggs got signed. That came out of the blue. Like, oh, Diggs got signed here. He found a sweet spot in which he said, this is what I want to do.
Man,
he found the perfect
but we
4 years.
We're talking about timing and market. I don't think that the big guy's asking for anything that's out of his timing and out of his market right now at all.
Neither did Dak.
Neither
did CeeDee Lamb.
Right.
And they did.
This is just how they do business. It's how they do business, and we know how it ends. Record-breaking deal for said player.
Jerry does big thing in big ways in America's team. So Micah, hold your pockets. The Brinks truck is on the way. Because when I see a guy, and it's no slack to him, but when I say, 4 years, most of that's guaranteed. Right. I know you about to get me right. Hey, I know I'm about to get mine. What do you say? My chickens is coming.
Oh, yeah. If I'm Mike and I'm sitting here and I'm watching what's going on, yeah. I'm
excited. What do you say? He said, keep handing out that bag, Jerry, because I know you're going to bring it to me.
If Micah were in here right now in this empty chair, I would just simply say, just look at the history. The history is there, okay? Now, did you have to go through a little uncomfortable days and some moments for your bag? But you will get Emmett got it. Wasn't comfortable. Right. CD got it. Yep. Dak went through it twice. Tank Lawrence has gone through it. DeMarcus Ware has gone through it. I mean, we're talking about some dudes who have Hall of Fame jackets that had to go do this dance with Jerry. He made it easy on two people.
Who?
Troy and Tony Romo. The only two that had to beg for their cash.
I was like,
the only two. And Deion. Deion got his bag.
Deion got his bag. What about Dez?
Oh, do you remember Dez was holding out there?
Exactly, but but it was career. It was he was a lifetime Cowboy.
Ezekiel Elliott, but still same thing. Dez had to go through it. So while it's not ideal, Micah, this is your time in the blender. You're gonna get blended up a little bit, chopped up, but you're going to get at the end of the day, you're going to get it. Which is why when all these guys leave. How many of them say they man, I hated what Jerry did to me. I'm mad at you, Jerry.
Well, they love him. Everybody in that suite.
And
Never
They in that they in that suite right now. They said Jerry took good.
Oh, yeah.
we did everything over here that we were supposed to.
And I think like that's one of the things with Jerry. Okay, like so when people don't know him, like and he is such a likable person, y'all. Like trust me if you don't know him. And I've never been a Cowboy, but I've been in the room with the man and I've hung out with him and like he is that guy that I don't know a person that would not like him. Okay, and he crosses all borders. He crosses everything that you can go against, that go with him, right? And so then he's so, I guess you could say, in tune with everything that people are always asking for. Like, if you need something, I got you. You need something, I got you. You know what I'm saying? But then we always want him to do something else with the team, and he like, I hear everything else you want, but I ain't doing that. I'm doing this my way still.
As we go to break, here's one thing I can guarantee all Cowboy fans is. I have yet to see when the contracts end and paper signed, somebody got a frown on their face. Ain't never seen nobody with a pen.
No, sir.
No.
I don't see that.
They run it too.
Everybody running at the end with a smile, glad as yada yada.
Families getting hugs. Oh man.
Everybody. Hey. So Micah Parsons, Jake Ferguson. Tell Jake Ferguson by the next round, but you're gonna be in there. You're gonna be fine. More with Trey Moore, Anthony Dorsett, I'm Newy Scruggs. This is Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
To the Players Lounge.
Players Lounge. Look at that read in here, man.
Oh, okay. Let me get this for you. This summer, step into the field with the Dallas Cowboys Youth Football and Dance camps presented by Invisalign. Athletes of all skill levels, ages 6 to 16, are invited to learn. Did I say something wrong?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're perfect.
No, you're perfect.
Are invited to learn from former NFL players, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders at Ford Center. At the Star in Frisco, campers have the chance to learn technical skills and lessons on teamwork. Visit DallasCowboys.com/camps to learn more.
Pitt Panther got it.
You just
Hey,
couldn't
man,
let that one go. No, so just to fill you in, nobody was making fun of you. When I did my read the first time, I was very confident, and I scrolled past a certain word, and I almost played it off. Barry dapped me up. We thought we was good, and Newy was like, I got you. What was that word? Invisalign. A Vaseline.
Oh, that's
It was something. I said, oh, I can't even remember. It was a Vaseline, something like that. But when I tell you, Newy will not
Gig 'em.
live it down.
yeah.
I got mine.
Gig 'em.
Hey, give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
Thing
You know
tore
what?
up.
I'm gonna be ready for that next read. How about that?
No, see, I made sure that you didn't get that one today. I made sure you didn't get that one today. When I came in, I saw it.
Next question.
Make sure Anthony Jordan got there. So, I mean, I want you to get the easy one here so that you can handle it.
Did you say you go to training camp tomorrow?
I ain't going to camp.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm gonna miss you so much.
I miss you
I'm
too.
gonna miss this man.
Don't worry, I'll be listening when you can read that. Listen.
You gonna be able to see him
The
all the way down there
pressure
with
is
that.
on
I'll
in
just
here.
need to hear it. All I need is to hear it. I just hear it. And of course, I can watch it right here on X. And check it all out. So
X, YouTube.
Trey Moore, Anthony Dorsett. I'm Newy Scruggs. Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Cowboys will. And it's wild because we're about to have the Hall of Fame game start this week.
Wow.
Cowboys are going to end up playing the Rams on August 9th. So camp is going. Cowboys finally start hitting the pads, and we see a contract signed here. So I like the fact now we're starting to see things moving here. I like that, what we're seeing here. And for me, it's just from a media standpoint, this is the part I enjoy. Because football, to me, is about the pads. All this other stuff we've been seeing, I need to see more stuff, and that comes with the pads. And that's where we get to see exactly, to me, for the Cowboys, my biggest worry, guys, I've said it all offseason long, the offensive and defensive lines. That's where the games have to be won.
It definitely does. Like you said, my sentiments are the same as a football player or a former football player. I still feel like I'm active right now. I love this time because this is you as a fan and as a person. You get to know your players. Like, you're going to see these guys in the next few days. Who's going to go out there and be exciting? But in these next 2 weeks, is going to let you know what type of player. This guy is going to be dependable. We know who these guys are, but you get to know your players on a personal level, how they're responding with all the reports that are coming out. So when you get there to the season, it's like, hey, we know what we get. We're excited about this guy. So this is where people are going to make their names, and then this is where a lot of names that you think are the names are not going to be the guys. You're going to figure out who's the guy and who's just a guy. So for me, through this this time period, this is where the real elbow grease goes in, and I love it as far as that standpoint.
Me, I mean, I agree with what you said. Everything does start up front for both sides of the ball, offensive line and defensive line. But, of course, me being a secondary guy, knowing what's going on up front, I pay attention to what's going on in the backside, too, as well. And so we have, for everything to work right up front for them, they make everything click in the backside for us. You know what I'm saying? So definitely on the defensive side of the ball, I want to see my guys getting to the ball up front. Especially in the defensive meeting room, we got some young guys. We letting them know, hey, look, we expecting this type of pressure. We want y'all to get here. We need this to happen up front so we could do this in the backside. You know what I mean? And I'm sure it's the same way on the offensive side of the ball too as well. Hey, without no protection, we can't run the ball and we can't throw the ball. So everything starts up front all the time.
And with it starting up front, like another sentiment, playing for Matt Eberflus, I'm going to tell you right now, the reason that you get so excited, especially like you going up there tomorrow, you're going to be able to see pursuit drill. He came under a Rob Marinelli defense. So like in these first few days, they have a hustle tape that they show before every practice. Who was running to the ball, who wasn't. They have the Lions that they show that's going to be hunting. And Eberflus is going to show that tape. And whoever is running that rookie that consistently running to the ball, you're like, hey, okay, you did this without pads. The T-shirt warrior, are you doing this with pads? And if you're still doing that, that's where the vets start building that excitement to say, hey, that guy's dependable. So, like, that hustle tape, when you get up there, ask them about it when you see it. Be like, who's made the hustle tape or who's impressed you on the defensive side of the ball?
11 hats to the ball.
All times.
When I get up there, I definitely want to check out Mozzie Smith and want to be able to just key in and just look exactly what's going on there. And then, of course, if Nate Newton, former Cowboy great offensive lineman, if he's there, I will watch practices with Nate. One of the great things that I'm able to do at camp is just sit there with Nate and I just listen. And he'll just point things out. Look at young fella here. Last year, Nate was on Tyler Guyton early. It's like, I don't see it. I don't like what I'm seeing right now. He also had talked about Ozzie Smith in his rookie year. He's like, he said, being strong is not enough in this league. They're going to learn how to use it against you. You're going to lose leverage against you. There's a lot of strong dudes in this league. And so that part for me, when I go to camp, I go find Nate, I stand next to him, and we just So I just listen. It's just a master class. And when I see veterans out there, former players, I like to go do that. I like because they see things. And when you talk to me about Kaiir Elam, and so, when I go out there, I'm going to check him out some more. I know he had the little pick the other day, pick the kid up from the stands. And so
I was about to say, team celebration. I like it. They having fun.
He's been one of the 3 names that they've talked about. They like Jerry Jones has talked about. Like he's like what he's seen from Elam. He's like what he's seen from Donovan Ezaraku. So
you got opportunities. Well,
definitely, man.
A lot of people not out here. Like
and he's getting a lot of reps.
And I don't want to diminish it, but it's like I expect you to make plays. You need to make plays. All these young guys right now on this team, they all need to be having this snowball effect. Not only make one play one day, but let this go downhill because whenever Diggs come back, they're going to throw him in the fire. They're going to expect him to get these reps. When Micah get back, Micah's not here right now, but it's going to get going. So you got to build up all these good days so they say, hey, he's dependable. He potentially might be a starter, or you're going to be that second or third guy because we all know that second or third guard is darn near a starter.
Hey, Kaiir is a first-round draft pick. So, and he has an opportunity and he has the skill and the talent to obviously be here. Now, will he put it together? And the thing about it is this, and I will say a lot of people who are outside of football may not recognize this. Mm-hmm. You can be corrected so easy in football by changing your technique. Everybody here has skill and talent. But once you get here, your technique is not always coached the same way. It's not always, I guess you could say, garnered the same way because you're so athletic and you're so much of a pro that sometimes the technical side of it gets basically able to go by the wayside a little bit, right? So now, with him being here, concentration on let me try to be a better player here. Let me work on these things. Maybe the whole technical side of it is increased. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him do well here. I want to see. Look, I'm a DB. One of the things I hate the worst is seeing the deep ball or DBs in the highlights all the time. Nah, man. I'd rather see somebody else in the highlights besides the DB. So hopefully, Kaiir will be able to come here, get his stuff together, and contribute to this team. We need him.
Look, I would tell any DB, look at the money and what's going on here right now. You got Diggs, your highest paid corner, and the owner not real happy with him right now. He's not happy, and he's coming off an injury, so you don't know when he's going to be here. Deron Bland, your number 2 corner here, he's going to be a free agent. So far, we haven't seen him sign a contract extension at all. I thought maybe he would get done before a guy like Ferguson, and maybe they're still working on a Bland, but he could be gone if he has a good year, if he doesn't sign. So if you're Elam, and then you had last year Jordan Montgomery, your slot corner, he left. From a financial standpoint, man, they're going to be looking to pay somebody here, and Diggs may not be here next year. So there's opportunity and an opportunity to possibly also get a check out of this for you.
Man, you building up that, like we said at the beginning of the show, opportunity on top of opportunity on top of opportunity. When you're that older guy, it's easier for you to see it then because it's like, hey, I'm trying to go in here, figure out who job I can take and this and that because nobody's going to hand you a job. Nobody's going to gift wrap you this. But when it says, hey, I'm looking where what we say earlier, timing, opportunity, and demand, well, guess what? Our tight end was here. It was a demand. Nobody was here. With him, I'm looking at that as like, there's a demand. When I was a free agent and I came in, this was before Tank Lawrence got paid. This was when Randy Gregory was coming off a suspension year long. So it was like, you had Tyron Crawford. Like, no offense, I love Ty to death. That's my dog. He's consistent. He's been a DM, but he was a 3 technique. But the way that I looked at it was like, they don't have no true pass rusher. So the opportunity for me to strike right there, it's there. And the next year, those guys got paid. Yeah. So if I'm a DB right now, I'm licking my chops. I'm saying not only is the money there, you get to go behind Micah Parsons. Like when you got pass rushers, like you said up there, back help in the front, it's cake right now. So he should be excited.
So if I'm a DB right now, I would relish the opportunity to carve out yourself and get paid. And then Shavon Ravel, the kid they took in the 3rd round out of East Carolina, he's not 100% back yet either. So for a guy like Kyer Elam, there's opportunity, and the other guys back there, it's opportunity. So I'll be looking for that when I get out to training camp and for Wednesday practice.
Any unsung heroes that we haven't been talking about yet that's like starting to pick up steam like behind the closed doors?
Let's take a break. We'll get under that next. Trey Moore, Anthony Dorsett, I'm Newy Scruggs. This is Players Lounge on DallasCowboys.com.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1, any broadcast without the express addition of cooked-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12, no crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane's sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31, anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Returning for the 2025 NFL season, Boss reunites with the Dallas Cowboys and Micah Parsons to drop the next chapter of their iconic collaboration. The Boss Cowboys collection fuses fashion and football once again, capturing the fearless spirit of what it means to be your own boss. Just in time for kickoff, gear up in standout styles that show your team pride with a bold edge. Available now at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. Hashtag be your own boss.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Final segment here with the Noop. He is Trey Moore from Texas A&M. We got Pittsburgh Panthers' own Anthony Dorsett, former NFL player, and the son of Cowboy Hall of Famer Tony Dorsett. Man, tell your dad I said hello.
Will do, man, right after the show.
Tell your dad I said hello.
And tell him I need a signed jersey my auntie asked. I'll be at the Potter's house. Yes, sir. I told her I asked, though. Put that pressure on him. Y'all see them fans? I asked them in front of everybody. Newy, I need a signed microphone or something, too.
Gotcha.
My man cave.
Missing Cowboy practice today, Deuce Vaughn, Rob Jones, who we talked about earlier. Rob Jones out out for the next 2-3 months with a broken bones in his neck. Matt Waletzko, the tackle, receiver Paris Campbell, tight end Brevin Spann-Ford, also Trayvon Diggs, Micah Parsons, Siobhan Revelle, Josh Butler, Kalen Carson, and Kenneth Murray. Deron Bland is back at practice through childbirth with his with significant other.
Congratulations to him.
Yes. Andrew Booth, according to Calvin Watkins, 18 minutes ago, went into the tent during individual drills. He's dealing with hamstring issues, they think, and he was getting stretched out before going into the tent area. So you got that going on right there. So Cowboy camp getting busy out there, Oxnard, California. This is that time, man. This is that time. But interesting to see you have a padded practice, and the next day we got some guys. Hey, you take a rest. You take a rest.
They weed themselves out, Newy. I'm telling you, that first day after practice, that's where everybody walking around there. I knew he was faking it. I knew he. You ever seen that one episode of SpongeBob where he had the blow up arms? And he was like you see that guy with no pads on that first day. You don't see him after that. So we gonna figure out who are our lifetime cold tub members. So we will see, but I'm not worried about those soft tissue injuries.
Brevin Ford, he's got a high ankle sprain, so it's going to be a couple of weeks for him there. He was a guy that has some high hopes on right now, so you're going to miss some camp here, and that's always that's a challenge right there.
Which one was that again?
Brevin Spann-Ford, tight end.
Okay.
Big dude, tight end. So missing some time there. Trayvon Diggs not sure when he's going to come back. By the way,
for me, and that was one of the things like. With him not being here, okay, in the off season, you're rehabbing somewhere else, and you're not playing. So when you get back to town, it would be one thing to be out of town rehabbing and coming back and being ready to play. But if you're really not going to be on the field, I completely understand why that riff was so hard about the $500,000 bonus and you not being here to show your face as well. You know, it'd be one thing, like I said, if I knew I was out of town, I knew I was coming back and going to be able to contribute right now, I might bet on myself with that 500. You're still gonna be 500 short, whatever it is, but still at least I know I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be showing the people like, hey, this is why I was gone. When you come back off of injury and you still can't participate, there's nothing to show why you were actually gone.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna be. I hate to be a walking cliche, but I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. Like, we all know that he wasn't here and this and that. What I am gonna speak to is the fact that you aren't ready, and the fact that you aren't ready. Don't get on that field. You see, I'm looking into the camera. I'm talking to you. I know I'm just here, whatever the case may be. If you're not ready, do not step on that field because the lights are getting bigger. The pressure is mounting up. The media is putting pressure on you. Like, you have everybody putting this pressure on you. So when you do get out there, don't put bad tape out there. Like Barry said, he's not here. I'd be remiss if he didn't say it. But what did he say? He said, if you go out there, you ball, you get the interceptions, this is going to be water up under the bridge. But for right now, do not try to force yourself and get back on that field because the other guys are hurt. Deron Bland is coming over here. You got the young guy that's balling out. You got another guy that's hurt. You've already proven yourself. You've already been the starter. Make sure you show up as the starter. Don't show up as a backup.
We talked before the break, just, who are some players to think about flying under the radar. Last year, I thought Hunter Lipke would be able to do something. Didn't turn out that way. The early returns on Lipke have been good. He's now fullback. Mike didn't really use a fullback, McCarthy. Shotty will in this system because Shotty wants to run. So right there, that's going to get your spot, okay? Because he plays special teams. You'll be the fullback, you'll be the guy. So this is a guy that's going to get a 53-man roster spot right here. And they have been able to use him in some short yardages, catch some passes here. Under this system, maybe Hunter Lipke is unveiled a little bit more because you got a guy that wants to run the ball. So far, that's a guy that we've heard good things about. It's another name I will go pay attention to when I land in California.
It goes to say that he is a special team guy and able to play fullback, or he's a fullback who's also involved in special teams. Because like you mentioned just a second ago, fullbacks they're dime a dozen in the league now. You know what I mean? So his contribution is going to have to be as much as he can do in any other place that he can do it as well. Right now, with us not having a true defined tailback or who's going to be the breadwinner in the backfield, he may get a few extra carries in the preseason to see what he can actually do too as well. So, we're going to have to see what he turns out to be, but at least he's here and he can do something on special teams.
There's a use for him.
I was just about to say there's a use and there's a need. In this offense that's run heavy, you don't have a proven running back, like you said. You're going to build value. I think about guys like Kyle Juszczyk that you've been around. Think about Seattle back in the day when they had Mike doing their thing with that two-headed monster. Yeah. Like, he's going to get those opportunities not only to make plays, but he's going to show himself that he's dependable. And when you're dependable and you're a starting fullback, I look at fullbacks in the league like long snappers or punter. Like, once you found your guy, that's your guy for a certain time period. So he's about to earn that, and not only earn it in a good system, he's earning it in the right system in a run first. So I think he's going to truly build that value. But when you talk about him, all I thought about in the back of my head was Keith Smith. Like, Keith Smith got here. He wasn't the guy when, hey, there you go with your Q, dog. I always give y'all love. But for him to go there and be a bubble guy, but then all of a sudden just blossom into this amazing special team player, then showed that he was dependable. He wasn't as dependable in the run, but showing that he was going through there, blocking and stuff like that. And then when we do give him the ball, he makes a play right here and there. Like, that right there built so much value. So that's what I project or see him being. So I want to see if he has that Keith Smith type effect.
I think of a guy like Heath Evans, who carved out a really good career, playing a lot of special teams, playing some fullback in the league, and occasionally getting the ball. Patriots a couple times and give some handoffs here. But there's still a role for that. And if you want to be a run-heavy football team, having a fullback, somebody who can also kind of play a little bit of H-back up there at times, plug some holes, you need a player like that. And considering your first opponent of the year is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
We got to get ready. What they say, poor talent.
As many weapons as you can have out there at one time, you better get them ready.
And then we all know what happens in the first 2 to 3 games. Like, you see a lot of people that's going to be run heavy. Like, you're trying to get your feet wet. You're trying to get comfortable. You're trying to establish it. So for us to be a run heavy team, like those first few games, well, I want to see it, first of all, in training camp. Prove that you're that guy. But now once you prove that you're that guy, be ready for those first 3 weeks to get that work and be our cowbell.
Hey, and you never know. You may turn out to be a mismatch guy. You know, you mentioned something about a H-back. I played with one of the better ones by a guy by the name of Frank Wycheck for years while I was in Tennessee.
Yes.
And he was he would just cause matchup problems all the time. We had a fullback in the backfield by the name of Lorenzo Neal. And if you know Lo Neal's like people talk about him for the Hall of Fame sometimes. So you got them 2 dudes coming out of the backfield. Oh yeah, it could definitely cause you some matchup issues.
On a team that wanted to run the football. All right, we got to get out of here. Anthony Dorsett,
Yes, sir.
Trey Moore, I'm Newy Scruggs. This is the Players Lounge. We'll track down Barry Church for the next show.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this?